right, thanks, guys. We went 4-2 yesterday in our premium picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. That's going to improve our record to 4-0 in our last 4 daily best plays on that website. How about that total staying under yesterday in the national championship game? We go into the fourth quarter at 60 total points, and we saw a touchdown quick to put it at 67. And then the final 10 minutes of that game remain scoreless. We saw Hilaire take a slide where he could have scored a couple of times. Then he was stopped short at the 2. And then Coach O decides to kneel on it with just under 2 minutes remaining. So if you had the under in that one, including myself, that was my monster play on a total. Yeah, you definitely got lucky. That is an all-time luck box moment. But anyway, guys, we got ourselves a nice slate of NBA action here today, so let's go ahead and get into it, beginning with the Utah Jazz taking on the Nets. And that is going to be a 7:30 Eastern tip-off in Brooklyn. The Jazz are the 2.5-point favorite, total at 219. We saw a 1-point move toward Utah and movement upward on the total. The Jazz opened 1.5 up to 2.5. Total opened 217 up to 219. 68% are leaning Utah. 69% shaded toward the over. And right now, Brooklyn is plus 125 on the money line. Now, if you like Utah in this matchup here, they are red hot right now. Winners of their last 9 straight. They're also ranking in the top 5 in offensive field goal percentage. And they are tied for first place in the Northwest Division at 27-12 on the year. They do rank in the top 3 in shooting the 3-ball, top 10 in points allowed. Donovan Mitchell, 24 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He is averaging. Bojan Bogdanovic, 21 points a game, 4 rebounds for him. And Rudy Gobert, 14 rebounds a game, 15 points for the big man. We're looking at a Utah squad who ranks in the top 10 in defensive rebounding. They're also in the top 10 in defensive field goal percentage. They're giving up just 105 points per contest. Meanwhile, offensively, they're shooting 38% from downtown on the road this year. Now, total-wise, Utah's 12-9 to the under when traveling. Brooklyn 3-1 to the under in their last 4. I'm going to lean Utah minus 2.5 and the under 219 in that game. Next matchup, Suns taking on the Hawks, and that's going to be a 7:30 Eastern tip-off in Atlanta. The Suns are the 4.5-point favorite, total at 225. We saw a 1-point move toward Phoenix and movement upward on the total. The Suns opened 3.5 up to 4.5. Total opened 224.5 up to 225. 64% are leaning Phoenix, 71% shaded toward the under. Right now, Atlanta's plus 165 on the money line. Now, Atlanta's very bad at home this year, just 4-14 straight up on their home court. They've also dropped 8 out of their last 10 games at any location. They lost to Brooklyn, Washington, Chicago, and Cleveland during that stretch. Young and Hunter are questionable. Len is doubtful. Parker and Fernando are out for the Hawks. They rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, last in offensive rebounding. They're averaging just 107 points per contest. Meanwhile, defensively, they're giving up 117 points per game on the defensive side of things. Now, Atlanta ranks in the bottom 3 in points allowed, bottom 3 in defensive rebounding. They're in last place in the Southeast last place in the Southeast Division, and they are 19.5 games back of the division lead. Now, Phoenix on the other side, winners of their last 2 straight. They're also 5-3 straight up in their last 8. They rank in the top 10 in scoring. They're 11th in defensive rebounding. Devin Booker's averaging 26 points a game, 7 assists. Kelly Oubre, 19 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. And, of course, DeAndre Ayton, 15 points a game, 11 rebounds for DeAndre Ayton. Phoenix, they rank in the top 10 in road scoring, top 10 in defensive rebounding on the road. They're 10-6 against the spread when traveling this year, and they're averaging 111 points per contest away from home as well. Now, total-wise, Atlanta's 60% to the over in their last 5 themselves. I'm going to lean Phoenix minus 4.5 and the over 225 in that game. Next matchup, Rockets taking on the Grizzlies, 8 o'clock Memphis. The Rockets are the 5-point favorite on the road, total at 238. Not a whole lot of movement on this total here. We're still pretty much at that opening number, although we did see a 1-point move toward Houston in the early wagering. No real surprise there. Houston open as the 4-point favorite, up to -5. Total open M remains at 238. 53% are leaning Houston, 52% shaded toward the under. Right now, Memphis is plus $1.80 on the money line. Crowder and Clark are listed as questionable for the Grizzlies. Memphis ranks in the bottom 5 in points allowed, bottom 10 in defensive three-point percentage. They're giving up 116 points per contest, and they rank in the bottom 3 in points allowed at home. Now, Houston on the other side, winners of 7 out of their last 10. They beat Philadelphia and Denver during that stretch of victories. They rank first in the NBA in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. James Harden's averaging 38 points a game, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. Clint Capella, 15 points a game, 14 rebounds for him. Russell Westbrook is listed as questionable for tonight's action, so keep an eye on him. But regardless, Houston ranks in the top 3 in road scoring, top 10 in shooting the 3-ball on the road. They are 12-8 straight up when traveling. Now, total-wise, Houston's 4-2 to the over in their last 6. Memphis 70% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean Houston -5 and the over 238 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website once again at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are really heating up. A lot of really quality wins over the past couple of days. We went 4-2 yesterday in our premium picks on that website, and that's going to improve our record to 4-0 in our last 4 daily best plays on that site. Once again, we do daily premium sports picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We are red hot right now. Every day that passes that you're not hooked up to at least one membership, you're costing yourself valuable information right now. And if you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. The link for my website is in the description section below, and my current Patreon record is right on the homepage. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got the Knicks taking on the Bucks, 8 o'clock Milwaukee. The Bucks are the 16.5-point favorite, total at 226 and a hook. We saw a half-a-point move toward Milwaukee and movement upward on the total. The Bucks open 16, up to 16.5. Total open 223, up to 226 and a hook. 66% are leaning Milwaukee, 53% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Knicks are plus 15.75 on the money line. The Knicks are also just 1-5 straight up in their last 6. 11-29 straight up overall for the year. They're also just 5-16 on the road this year, really struggling when traveling. Morris is out. Ntilikina and Bullock and Robinson are questionable. The Knicks are in the bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 10 in points allowed on the road. Collectively, this New York squad struggling on both ends of the court. Now the Bucks on the other side, winners of 8 out of their last 9. They rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 3 in offensive rebounding. I like the Bucks in this spot here. Give me Milwaukee -16.5 and the over 226.5 in that game. Next matchup. Mavs taking on the Warriors, 10:30 Golden State. Dallas is -8, total 222.5. 1-point fade of Dallas, movement upward on the total. Dallas open 9, down to 8, total open 222, up to 222.5. 72% are leaning Dallas, 61% shaded toward the under. Right now, Golden State's plus 280 on the money line. Golden State's just 6-13 at home this year. They're also right in the middle of an 8-game losing streak where they lost to Memphis, Sacramento, and Detroit during that stretch. Lee and Poole are questionable for the Warriors. Golden State ranks in the bottom 3 in scoring, dead last in offensive field goal percentage. They're averaging just 104 points per contest, and they rank in the bottom 10 in defensive rebounding. Now, Dallas on the other side, kind of road warriors, if you will, 12-5 straight up when traveling, 12-5 against the spread in those 17 games. They rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. Luka Doncic, 29 points a game, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Kristaps Porzingis, he's averaging 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, 17 points per contest, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And Tim Hardaway, 14 points a game, 3 rebounds for him. Dallas ranks in the top 3 in road scoring, top 3 in road offensive rebounding. They're averaging 118 points per contest. Now, 4 out of Dallas's last 6 did get over the total. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Dallas -8 and the over 222.5 in that game. Of course, I'm going to slide my next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Cavaliers taking on the Clippers, 10:30 Los Angeles. The Clippers are -15, total at 224. We saw a half a point move toward Los Angeles and movement upward on the total. The Clippers open 14.5 up to -15. Total open 223 up to 224. 69% are leaning LA, 59% shaded toward the under. And right now Cleveland's plus 1,100 on the money line. Now Cleveland's lost 7 out of their last 10. They dropped games to Detroit, Minnesota, and Charlotte during that stretch. They also rank in the bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 10 in points allowed. The Clippers on the other side, very dominant on their home court. 17-4 straight up at home this year, top 5 in scoring. Kawhi Leonard's averaging 26 points a game, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. And Paul George, 24 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals for him. Of course, we can't forget about Lou Williams, who's averaging 20 points a game as well, along with 6 assists. We're looking at a Clippers squad who ranks in the top 3 in offensive rebounding, top 5 in defensive field goal percentage. And total-wise, the Clippers are 60% to the over in their last 10. Cleveland on the other side, 80% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean Clippers -15 in the over 224 in that game. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close out the show with some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We're coming off a 4-2 day yesterday on that website, and that's going to improve our record to 4-0 in our last 4 daily best plays on that site. Shout out to Dr. Weidingsweg from Germany. Shout out to his friend, Chrissy Feldman. Shout out to Chrissy Feldman. Also got to give a shout out to Maribel Ramirez, Marley Kenny, Frozen Gamer, Dominique Hughes, Rolex Demand. Shout out to Big Vegas 05, who ironically enough is from New Jersey. Big Vegas 05 from New Jersey. Shout out to Kenneth Barney Castle from Summerlin, Nevada. He's pretty much right there on the strip. I got to give a shout out to Kenneth Barney Castle. Shout out to Max Letter S, Big Mike Armstrong, Ryan Frazier, Stephen Lewis, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to Vernon Williard from Pennsylvania. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/BrockPage.